If you want to make your kicks more punchier, this video is for you. So here's some acoustic drums. We're going to start with acoustic and then move to the synthetic stuff. So the first thing is identifying, when you're dealing with acoustic, you have to ask which mics are picking up the low end. So here we have a ribbon mic for the sub of the kick, and then we have the kick mic with like the mids up to the highs. So the first thing is we're going to accent these using simple EQs. This isn't a hard rule. It's just, this is where the fundamental frequency sits. So we're going to enhance what's called the fundamental frequency. Now for acoustic, you don't always want to boost lows super hard because you might get, it just might not sound right in your system. Okay, so let's go to the kicks. Now here we have more mid information. So I'm going to boost using a, let's do a high shelf. You could also do a tilt. So I want this part of the sound accented in this specific microphone. The other microphone is taking care of that low end. So the first thing is this EQing, making stuff louder. First step. Okay, now let's open up an expander. Now, if you don't want to do individual things like I just did, and you just want to take care of a frequency range as a whole, you can use, instead of using compression, we're going to use this as an expander. So now I'm soloing the lows from about 200 hertz and below, which is where the kick basically lives. And instead of compress mode, let's switch this to expand mode, and then let's give it a positive value. Let's say 2 dB, and then lower that threshold. And you can determine when it pulls up on the volume. So if you want the body of the kick to be more full, you would up your attack just a little bit. If you want the beginning of the kick to be more drawn out, you would have a fast attack. So this is, the attack curve is basically when do you want the enhancement to come in. So let's pull it back a little bit just so it has like a throw effect. And it makes the kick feel a little more embodied. That's even a word. Okay, so compression is going to be able to pull all these levels up for you. So let's use a compressor here. We're going to switch this to, you could do punch mode. There's different modes. And we're going to pull the attack. I'm going to exaggerate this compressor, put it on hard knee, and exaggerate the ratio so you can hear what it's actually doing. Okay, then we're going to pull up the attack. Now, some people don't understand how fast 40 milliseconds actually is. It's not slow. So we're trying to let the beginning part of the sound through and then pull down the rest. Now we could do this before the enhancement or the expansion, just to tighten up the original sound. Now I'm a little low end heavy here. That's just my hip hop in me. Okay, so if we turn this off, the processing, here's before. And then here's after. This is not level matched. A little too harsh probably in the mids. So I would go back and adjust the EQ on that kick mic. It's a little too heavy. Okay, so you would go back and forth, but that's pretty much the basics of that. Now what you could do is, if you need more edge on the sound, you could run it through a soft clipper. So I'm going to use K-clip for now. Let's turn up the soft clip mode. So you hear that crunch, that poof, poof. That's because it's taking all those transients and making them into basically like a square, more round type of shape. Now I'm pushing this pretty hard. So this is how you get that like gritty hip hop sound. Now the low end's still a little bit heavy. As compared to the snare. I think the snare just needs a little more volume. So let's just add some more volume. So we're not doing much. It's all about the recording and the microphones. And I would also address the overhead mic. Okay, let's turn all these plugins off. So here's where we started. You got to be careful not to overly soft clip your drums because you can make them sound bad by clipping them too much. It takes away the energy of the drum. So those are your simple ways to make your kick have more punch. If you want to learn more, just go to premium.busyworksbeats.com and look for the Mixing Fundamentals course. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.